It's a new day and a new way. You're here with Top Dollar Brooksville. We're just tapping in just to let you know what's going on, what's been going on, and what we got planned, you know what I mean? It's 2024. Last year, you know what I'm saying, I gave you a little footage, let you know what we were cooking up, what we were starting to do. This year, I'm gonna show you how we progressed and some of the ups and the downs that we went through, you know what I'm saying, and also let you know what we got coming for you for the rest of the year, 2024. We got some nice dogs to show you. I'm gonna show you a little bit about this, my mom's house here. This where I stayed at, you know what I'm saying, most of this year, last year. And I got my own place now, you know what I'm saying? But through the good and the bad, you know what I'm saying? This is where it all come down back to the family. I love family. Family is the most important thing. And right today we're gonna show you like what I got going on, what I've been going through, and what we're gonna bring you this year. So stay tuned. I'm over here at my buddy's house, my homeboy Pete. He breeds dogs with Exotic Bully Empire. But this is where I used to keep my dogs, man. This is where it used to go down. I had cages stacked up, another cage here, a couple over there. I had all my dogs set up in here because the way things was going last year, I didn't have my own place. I was living either at my mom's or my sister's, and this was the place I kept my dogs. I would go from my house or whatever, come here, take care of my dogs, you know what I'm saying, then shoot to work, do whatever I got to do. But most of the time, man, like I say, I had to always stop here to come check on my dogs and make sure everything was straight. You know what I mean? As far as the living and everything like that for my dogs, this was where they was. I used to have to walk around the block 2 or 3 times a day because I couldn't let them out because I don't have any yard space. But here, you know what I'm saying, it was the only place that I had to keep my dogs. And I'm thankful for my homeboy Pete for letting me keep my dogs here. For almost pretty much a year, I kept my dogs here. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to keep my dogs, man. Part of the struggle. Not everything when breeding these dogs works out how you plan. You know what I'm saying? And you have to find ways to make it happen. Or you get out, you quit, and you give up. And I'm not that guy. So you know what I'm saying? What I did, I found a way to make it happen. And with the help of my friends and my family, I made it happen, man. It's not the most ideal place for me to keep my dogs, especially, like I say, because I wasn't living here. Couldn't keep an eye on them and everything. And at the same time, like, this whole situation, it's not part of the plan. It definitely wasn't what I expected or where I wanted to be. But like I say, man, in this dog game, nothing's easy. You got to earn it all. I worked hard for this, and I'm still pushing, you know what I'm saying? Still breeding dogs, still making it happen.
I got into bullies. At a young age, I was into the pit bulls and that breed of dogs, and I just always grew up around them. And when I was introduced to it, just took a liking to it. We're getting into breeding dogs now, actually. How old is he? Ice is, he's going on 3. He'll be 3 here in like 2 months. Did we do any females to him? Yeah, we did. We did one. We tried one breeding with him, and we had, he had a small litter out of that, but it came out good. Yeah, had him since birth. Upcoming breedings. We're working out some stuff right now. I'm talking with some people, just trying to meet with the right, put the right dogs together. On Instagram at 24K Bullies, 24K Bullies.
This is where it was going down, like I say, my whole situation where I had to live in one place, have my dogs in another. This is the spot where I had my dogs at my buddy Pete's house, had to deal with, you know what I'm saying, taking the dogs on walks in the neighborhood. The other dogs you have to put up with, other dogs that are aggressive, other dogs that poop and go other places. Like you want to keep your dogs clear, spots like that. But this is where I was at, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, here in this neighborhood, I used to walk the dogs 2, 3 times a day in between going to work, going home, doing whatever else I had to do in regular life. But I would stop by my buddy's house, take them here. I would feed them here. After I feed them, then I'd take them out for a walk if I had to clean them. He would let me use the shower inside, but I really just like to clean my dogs outside. That's been me. So I used to wash my dogs here and do pretty much everything here. I gave them shots, meds, everything. This was the whole setup, you know what I mean? But like I say, it's not always ideal situations or circumstances that you're in, and because of the things that I had to deal with, it just made me appreciate what I have now more, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know things like this that pop up, you can deal with them, I can deal with them, you just gotta find a way to get through it and fucking keep doing your thing, man. To be honest with you, man, it ain't easy. It ain't for everybody, you know what I mean? And that's keeping it real. Father God, we come to you thanking you right now for this day, thanking you for your grace and your mercy and how you look after us each and every day. and we give you all the praise because if it wasn't for you, we would be nothing. And I'd like to thank you for this opportunity that I have right now, the fellowship with these men, this time that we have to make this video, and another opportunity to praise your name. And we give thanks. We ask that everything be done to your will. In Jesus' name. We're here at Fresh Barbershop trying to get fresh today. This is where I work at. I'll be here, Monday to Saturday, 9 to 7, 9 to 6, depending on the day. But yeah, got my boy Jono hooking me up with a haircut. OG Jono on Instagram, man.
Yes, sir.
OG Jono on Instagram hooking me up with a fresh cut today. I've been here for about, yeah, we getting a little blowout. He always tighten me up whenever he can. I appreciate him for that. But yeah, over here, man, I've been working here for about, 9 months maybe. Been doing good. But like I say, when I had my dogs over at my people house, this is where I was at. I have to leave from over here, which is less than 2 miles away. I leave from here and go check on my dogs, make sure everything was straight. Sometimes I bring them up here. They like the dogs up here, especially one of them, one of the favorite dogs. But yeah, we used to bring the dog up here. Customers like them. I used to bring Mila up here, one of my new dogs I got. She off of Grizzly. She got that Cullinan blood. She's a bully off of Grizzly. She's about 1 year now. This February, she just turned 1 year. Oh yeah, we're gonna see her. She's low, compact, got that muscle. She's a complete female, to be honest with you, man. Put some males to shame. But she came from Cali. Got her from Spotlight Bullies, Joe. I probably had her only about 8, 9 months. No litters. She should be coming in the heat soon. I'm not sure who I'm gonna take her to, but I got a few dogs locked in, and I'm gonna figure it out. And when I do, it's gonna be a surprise, and it's gonna be awesome. Right now, we trying to create that our own bloodline, so I'm just taking a couple of my own studs, breeding in-house. I'm trying to create me a male. Once I create me a male, that's when I'm really cooking. Right now, I'm just breeding for the look, the structure, you know what I'm saying, everything that I want in my dog. I want a clean freak. Clean freak. Don't take it. Whoever watching, clean freak. Yeah, that would be nice. I look at the bloodlines of the dogs, so I knew it better whenever I was asked the question. You know what I mean? One of the biggest lessons I learned in dog breeding is, it's been a few lessons to be honest, but one of them most definitely is if you in it, you gotta stay in it. You gotta keep your foot on the gas, man. This right here ain't easy, and you definitely have a lot of unexpected things that come up, and it's like all those extra trials, some people ain't built for it, I promise you. I know it. I felt like giving up many times. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to sell my dogs. Had other partners and people I know wanted to do the same, or either done the same, you know what I'm saying? But I know you gotta keep on pushing if that's what you wanna do, and that's what I wanna do. This is what I love, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for the duration. Whatever you be paying for, you don't always get with certain people. You gotta know who you're dealing with. Get to know people, get to know their dogs, get to know the bloodline, understand who you're dealing with, make good deals, man. Be a good person, you know what I'm saying? If you're breeding dogs, don't be out here just to get money or just to sell dogs. Be out here to set an example, you know what I'm saying, to other breeders, in my opinion, you know what I mean? Show them how to do the right things as far as business. Breedings to do, you know what I mean? Just, good business. It's a cool game, but like I say, some people take it to another level, trying to get money, trying to be scammers or whatever. Some people trying to just breed dogs for fun, and they give us a bad name when you do that. The biggest challenges I face while breeding these dogs have been keeping up financially. I mean, I make money, you know what I'm saying, whether here at the barbershop. I do real estate also, so if you need a house, you can hit me up, 352-584-8053. I'm your local realtor as well, you know what I'm saying? I sell these dogs, but at the same time, like I say, the unexpected things that come up, man, they cost. Having litters costs. Taking care of dogs, taking them to the vets costs, you know what I mean? Everything costs. Ain't nothing free. It's not just your initial investment. It's like once you invest it to invest some more. You know what I mean? In all reality, like I say, I had incidents where I had a dog have a litter, spent the money to get everything done, C-section and all. All the puppies died. Mom had mastitis, infection in the breast. Had to doctor her up for a couple of weeks. Her uterus was falling out, and then next thing you know, I took her to go get checked out. Because of her sutures, that's why her uterus was falling out. But then when I took her to get checked out, she had a liver infection as well. That was gonna cost over $10,000 and they wasn't promising she was gonna be all right or even make it, you know what I'm saying? I had to let that dog go as well as all the puppies. A major investment as far as the time for that dog, the money, initial investment for that dog, and everything that I put into that dog every day. The emotional investment, man, everything. And it was, for real, a real breeder. I've had many dogs in my lifetime, and I try to do the most with them. And some of my friends will tell you, I had this one dog, man. She was one of the best trained dogs anybody ever seen, and I never took a training class or nothing. I just put a lot of time with that dog, and she did any and everything I asked her to do. That was a great dog. That's Trina. Don't nobody take that name, Trina, the baddest. She was a pit bull, all black female, gorgeous dog. She was trained to a T. I'm talking like you come in the house, she'll just watch you. Unless I said something or unless you did the wrong thing. But yeah, like I said, I lost a lot, man. Like I say, financially, you gotta be prepared, man, to be invested because once you invest in this dog ain't, it's like a kid, man. It ain't like till you get tired of it, then you get rid of it. A lot of people do that. They get rid of their dogs. I don't get rid of my dogs. I've thought about getting rid of my dogs, but I just can't do it. I mean, I'm not only am I invested, them like little family members, them my little kids. Yeah, I was born in Brooksville, raised around here. Yeah.
Daniel son.
What's up? Ooh.
We're looking fresh.
Too fly. I love it. It's another beautiful day. The biggest reward so far in dog breeding for me is just meeting the people, you know what I'm saying? Being able to do things you set out to do, I ain't gonna lie, man, it ain't everything easy because selling the dogs and going to these dog shows, it takes a lot too. But I really enjoy meeting the different people and networking and the opportunities that presented itself through the dog shows and everything like that, man. That's been my biggest reward so far. I network by, like I say, going to the dog shows and even as well as on social media, just reaching out to them. Hey man, I like your dog, good looking dog. Trying to converse with them, see like how they bred their dog, what was their thought process and things like that. Just trying to pick their brains, you know what I'm saying, and getting to know other breeders and getting to know the people that I'm working with in the same bully community, Frenchie community, you know. The thing that keeps me motivated, keeps me going is the faith and understanding and knowing like if I keep pushing, if I keep trying, things are gonna break eventually, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I am in life in general, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been through a lot. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have made it this far. If it wasn't for my faith, I wouldn't have made it this far. In life, if you don't keep pressing, then like you say, keep your foot on the gas, all gas, no brakes. If you don't do that, man, you can fail easily. And one thing, like I say, I learned along the way, I grew up in church. I went to church my whole life, but since I've been going through a lot over this last year or so, I pressed more into God, and he's been showing up in my life. And I'm thankful for it, you know what I mean? In all reality, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here, you know what I mean? So I stay faithful. I try to do the best I can every day and press on. This is Fresh Barbershop. This is where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, in between doing my dogs, handling business, getting my kids and things like that. This is where I be at, Fresh Barbershop in Spring Hill. I be here Monday through Saturday, like I say, and this is it. This year I'm looking forward to hitting some more shows. I didn't get to hit as many as I wanted to last year, and I want to go out there and see what kind of bulls are out there, you know what I mean? See what other dogs people have, so that way I can make sure I create something I want to bring to compete with these other breeders. I'm really looking forward to hitting some dog shows. Definitely a couple of breeding that I want to do with a couple of dogs that I have. I think it's important to go to the dog shows, not only to get your name, yourself out there and your brand, but just so you can network with the people and see what you have that you're competing against or that you want to breed to compare your dogs to have something that actually visually that's tangible, that you know what to look for, what you want, and what everybody else is bringing pretty much, you know what I mean? The networking aspect of it is essential if you ask me, for the simple fact, if you ain't getting out there meeting with these other breeders, of course you're gonna sell some pet home dogs and things like that, but getting with these breeders, you get the knowledge from them if they're willing to share, but at the same time you get to understand more about breeding, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're picking their brains or the next person who does the breedings with them, their partners, man, people are pretty generally gives a lot of information in this game. To educate yourself about what's going on in the dog breeding game is very important, for the simple fact everything is changing. This game is always evolving. People are trying to create different new studs, new types of dogs and everything like that. So if you're not out there getting information and learning from the other breeders and knowing what's actually out there and what's going on, you get left behind quick. This is my female. I got off of Grizzly and Sakai. Sakai is a beautiful female. Grizzly was a nice tool to add to her physique and her bloodline. She came out real nice. Got good muscle definition. I got that tricolor, that lilac tri. 9 months old right now. Should be 10 months old in a week. But yeah, real cool dog, real chill. Compact, only weigh like 30 pounds. This one right here, I'm gonna keep a secret right now. But yes, I do know who I wanna take it to. We already locked in. Pearl. She is standard Frenchie. She carries chocolate, cocoa. She also produces Merle. She's a good girl. She had 2 litters. Each one of them had 5 pups, all different colors. Always throwing Merle. 2 years old. The first time I had took her to Popcorn, a fluffy dog. I created some fluffy carries. The last time I had took her to Date Night. Date Night is a Merle, short, stocky. They actually threw a dog that we're waiting to get DNA back on. Could be something special. We gotta find out. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll be taking her to the paper mache, a velvet Frenchie. One of my buddies, Lord Joe Anthony got. Joe Anthony got a beautiful, super tiny velvet male. I want to take her to see if we can produce us some velvet. Paper mache is super tiny, man. He complete, super small, great color. He's a good-looking dog. Oh yeah. Thank you for letting me know. This is my girl Bella. I had purchased her about a year ago. This is the last dog I seen. In my other video, we had purchased her from Houston, from French Baby Bulls. She's a year now, a little over a year. She's had 2 heats, just had her first litter. We bred her back to Willy Wonka like we told you. Had some gorgeous fluffy pups, all tricolor, DNA pending on them. Hopefully they're carrying Rojo, Isabella, New Shade, tricolors. Beautiful dogs, man. She's off of Gordito. I took her back to Willy Wonka, same dog I was showing you in our last video. These are my 2 females I got off of Wonka and my dog Bella. These 2 females right here are super tiny. They're 8 weeks old. They got tricolor, lilac, could be New Shade, carry Rojo, like Wonka. These little pups are awesome, man. Just look at them. Nice and short back. Got that tricolor, beautiful, beautiful dogs. Starting at 20K. These are the last 2. It all depends, man. I really got some other plans going on. Looking at purchasing another dog possibly, so we may just get rid of these 2 and add to our camp. What I learned last year that I'm bringing this year in 2024 is strictly, you gotta keep your head on straight. You gotta stay focused. And if you love what you do, man, you gotta keep at it, man. More than anything, through all trials and everything that goes on, you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure you keep doing what you love to do. I love breeding these dogs, and that's what I'm gonna keep on doing, man. I mean, be honest with you, it's not easy. I keep saying that, and it's really not. So just knowing like if you're really passionate about what you're doing, you keep working hard at it, you learn ways to make things better, you learn from your mistakes, you're eventually gonna gain success. That's all I'm claiming this year, success. My main thing I try to do to stay focused is think about what I'm doing it for. For me, it's for my family. Not only for my family, you know what I'm saying, for myself, because I love doing this, but for my family, man, if I want to do this and create a legacy, create my own bloodline and have my own dogs with my name, I got to keep pushing, man. Through all the adversity, got to keep going. And I know for me, like I said, staying focused is always thinking about my family. If I was you starting to get into this breeding game, man, I would start small, get as much knowledge as you can, figure out what you really want to do, and stick to the game plan. You ain't got a plan, man. You're planning to fail. I'm going to tell you that much. You have to know what you want to do. You have to have a plan. Even if you're not for sure which way, you got a couple of different options. At least you got options, you know what I mean? But you have to have a plan. This year, I'm looking forward to seeing what these breedings I got coming up, what they're going to produce. Like I told you, I'm trying to produce me a bull, trying to have nice-looking Frenchies. At the same time, like I say, I got a couple of good ideas, a couple of things I've been working on. And hopefully this year, you know, I get to see everything come to fruition. Staying on top of opportunities and trying to grow is basically like part of the networking. You talking with other people, seeing where they're headed with their business and their ideas, and you pick and choose what you want to do or what you may choose to do with your camp. That way you not only doing what you want to do, but you're doing things that some other people are out there trying to venture off into as well. It's a trending thing, man, you know. All these dogs and what people got going on, it's a trend. They come and they go. The long hairs, the no hairs, the fluffies, the wire hairs. I mean, there's so many different dogs, and in order to know what's going on, you have to network and know people, know where everything is going and what you want to do with your own program. Coming up pretty soon, they have a show out in Daytona, Spring Team. We're definitely going to be there. We're going to be in the house. We're going to bring out a couple of dogs. I got a couple of dogs myself I'm going to bring. I know the rest of the camp's going to be there. I really want to show you guys what we're going to be producing this year. Like I say, I showed you a couple of dogs today. I'll probably bring them out to the shows. Definitely looking for a stud that's going to complement our dogs, most definitely. Definitely looking for that. So you come out this year, please come out, bring your best so we can see what you got working with, so we can work with you. Top Dollar Brooksville. Next thing for us, man, basically, like I told you, we trying to get some productions on the ground this year, man. All our girls about ready. I had a couple of litters. This past year, I had 3 litters. Should be having another 3 to 4 this year. Our girls about ready to go in heat. We just getting ready to show y'all what we can produce. We're here at my house. This is my little setup I got out in the garage. Got me a ventilation system coming in for the summer. Keep my dogs out here during the day when I'm not home. Come home, we take the dogs out, let them run around, take them for a walk. Try to keep them active, man, because out here in this Florida heat, it ain't no joke. Gotta be used to moving, working. But yeah, I keep them out here. Got this set of cages, these over here for my bigger dogs. But this one here was my dog that passed away. I kind of leave it open for sentimental value, you know what I'm saying? But these where I keep mine right now. I got another cage in there for my other girl. I don't keep her out here with them just because she likes to be inside. You know, some of the recent struggles I've came up against in the dog game, man, has been like, probably some of these other breeders are familiar with mastitis. I've had a dog, had puppies. She was engorged. She had mastitis and had her puppies. Lost every last one of the puppies in the litter. Took her home, was working on the mastitis, fixing her back up. They had me pack it with sugar and honey and gauze and keep her up to date. It was fighting off the infection, brought her back pretty decent. But her sutures reopened up a little bit. Some of her uterus came back out. Took her to the vet to get checked out. And she ended up having a liver infection, and it was like real serious. And she ended up having to stay there. They say, I believe what do they call it? She was going septic. So like I had to make a decision whether I keep the dog or whether I put her down. It was well over $10,000, they said, in order to help the dog. Wasn't guaranteed to fix everything. Wasn't guaranteed that she was gonna be back to normal. So after thinking and crying for a little bit, upset, not knowing what to do, I pretty much made the decision to put her down. It wasn't an easy decision. One of my favorite dogs that I had, and I had to put her down. I had 3 dogs sold out of the litter before she even dropped the puppy. That was pretty tough. That, you know, you gotta keep going in this game. I also had another dog. She became allergic to the kibble that she eats. And the kibble was giving her all kinds of skin problems and things like that. And I took it to the vet. We figured out what it was. I always feed my dogs raw food, but even a little bit of kibble, I guess it has so many preservatives in the kibble that it's not good for a lot of dogs, especially Merle dogs or tricolor dogs. That's what I was told. They aren't as hardy as a dog as a standard blue or a black dog. More sensitive skin. They're more sensitive all the way around. They're prone to more allergies and skin problems. So I ended up having to put her on a straight raw diet, which all my dogs are on a raw diet now. I took them all off kibble. I apologize. My Frenchies, I give them kibble, but very minimal amount. But I give them that little bit of kibble along with the raw meats and veggies and things like that. I like to give them a good assortment of vegetables and some fruit with the raw meat and a little bit of kibble for my Frenchies. Going through these experiences not only helps me, but it helps other people because it's information that I learn that I can pass on. Other breeders that I talk to, they learn and they pass on information. Just had a call a little bit ago. One of my buddies experiencing a problem like I had earlier. I had a prolapse with one of my dogs and I ended up having to get him clipped before he ever had 1 litter. Couldn't have 1 litter. And I spent a lot of money on that dog, but he's just a great house dog now. And like if I wouldn't have talked to a couple of people I knew and the vets that I used, I wouldn't have knew what to do. But like, you have to learn from mistakes and problems that come along because not everything is gravy, not everything's gonna be right. Just basically getting out there and asking around people and vets as well. The vets have the best information, but some people are very knowledgeable that breed dogs and they can lead you along the right way. And hopefully if they can't, they'll lead you to a vet that can lead you the right way. And I've been fortunate enough to have good friends and vet techs that help me out through the process. I feel like sharing the low moments as well as the high moments in this breeding business is important because there's a lot of people out here breeding dogs and they're quitting. They're giving away their dogs if they can't sell them. and they're just saying it's a horrible thing. Oh, breeders of this or breeders of that. You're not even a breeder yourself. You know what I'm saying? In all reality, you quit. You wasn't strong enough. Only the strong survive in this game, and you have to stay down, man, in order to come up. In this business, and most businesses I know, and life in general, you have to stay down to come up. And then sharing this experience about all the lows and the downfalls in this, I feel like it just helps prepare people to let them know it's not all gravy, it's not all cake work, it's not all profit. You have to go through the low moments in order to get to the high moments, you know? The only way that you could learn and grow, figuring out problems and figuring out ways to do things better. But if you don't go through any problems, you're not gonna be knowledgeable when those problems come up, and then you may end up with a bigger disaster than you could have had. In this journey, man, I've learned a lot about myself. I learned to have patience. I learned that not everything that you plan works out how you plan, and when that happens, you have to you have to adapt. You have to find new ways to get to where you're trying to go, your finishing point. And I'm thankful that I've been able to learn and grow through this process, and I'm still growing. I'm still learning every day, reaching out to other members and my kennel partners, reaching out to other breeders, just trying to get as much knowledge and gain as much diversity as I can in this breeding dog game. Patience is something that you have to learn to have in life, and especially in business, because not all things work out how you plan, in my opinion. At least not for me, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have patience, then you're gonna be trying to rush things, you're gonna try to force things, and you can make some of the wrong mistakes or make bad decisions. So if you have patience, you can relax, sit back, look at things through a different lens, hopefully, and come up with a better plan rather than a rush plan, you know what I mean? Come up with a better thought out plan so you can get to where you want to be more successfully without wasting too much time, but still being patient. As far as avoiding problems or trying to find better ways to deal with them, you can't avoid them, they come. And when they come, you have to deal with it. My best thing that I do is just, you gotta just man up and face it head on. And at the same time, you can't avoid all problems. Some problems you can. That's what you learn from and you make better decisions about. But the ones that you can't avoid, you have to just buckle down, get through it. You have to find a way to make something good out of the bad situation. Thanks for tuning in today, man. It's Top Dollar Kennels Brooksville. I really appreciate y'all tuning in and watching to the end and just being attentive to the realness of the game, the dog breeding. Like I say, man, we got a lot coming for this year. A few breedings. Like I say, want to show y'all what we produce. Definitely want to keep in touch. So hopefully I'll be putting out some more content soon. Like, share the page, definitely. That way I can keep doing what I do, giving you guys the real knowledge, the real behind the scenes footage of what's going on in the dog breeding world. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.